Tonight on 8 out of 10 Cats, blockbusting X-Men, Alan Cumming. From Curb Your Enthusiasm, Susie Essman. And their team captain, Jason Manford. And facing them tonight, stand up for Stuart Lee, Diamond Lisa Tarbus. And their team captain, Sean Locke. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, it takes 6,000 gallons of paint, 60 people and 4 months to paint the Eiffel Tower? Why don't they just take a photo? 50% of people have had sex in a car. I had sex in a hybrid once. I didn't know she was a hybrid until we got back to the hotel. Of course, by then, I'd paid. Scottish men are the biggest gamblers in the UK. Can my heart take another battered sausage? I'll chance it. The average person falls asleep in 7 minutes. So, let's get on with the show. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. We've teamed up with a leading polling organisation and they've asked the British nation what stories they've been discussing this week. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 5 most popular talking points. Sean's team, what do you think the nation have been discussing this week?
I think it's got to be Big Brother.
Big Brother? We're loving the Big Brother.
I do watch Big Brother a lot.
It's where they find these people, like Laura, who got voted off last week. Her first thing she said when she got on there, she was like, "Oh, back home, my friends, they call me Vicky Pollard." Like, they're not friends, Laura.
I was just going to ask you who your favourite is. Who do you like?
I don't know about this mob.
Are you not a fan of Brian? He's amazing.
Oh, no, I think Brian should win.
He's amazing. He thinks women don't defecate.
Did you say that the man thought that women don't defecate?
He basically said, women don't shit. They do little droppings or something, but it's not the same.
I find him really uplifting to watch.
He's so excited about
Yeah.
stuff. On his birthday, they said to him, we're going to give you the gift of knowledge. And he said, I don't want knowledge, I want cider.
It's like reverse counselling. When I watch it with my girlfriend, like watching Chanel and Ziggy, the amount of times like she's out of order and a bit bitchy and a bit whiny, and I sort of look at my girlfriend and go, "That's you, that." Right? You know? And he's like the weirdest bloke, Ziggy. He's like a cross between Cliff Richard and Russell Crowe. He's got this weird thing in the diary room where he gets in and he sits like this. Yeah, I mean, like, he like throws a little... And he changed his name from Zach to Ziggy. Who does that? If you've already got a stupid name, change it to Phil or Steve, not Ziggy.
I love it. I think it's brilliant. I absolutely think it's the best thing I've ever watched. I absolutely think it's brilliant. I absolutely think it's the best television I've ever seen. And I particularly enjoyed Fake Week.
Do you know what Fake Week is?
Yeah, I've just been doing a bit.
Well, let's have a look and see whether Big Brother is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, it is. Ziggy has apparently slept with Abby Titmus, which as a claim to fame is a bit like saying, I've had a coffee from Starbucks. Jason's team, what have the nation been talking about this week?
It's got to be Osama bin Laden's son marrying that woman from Cheshire. Basically, this woman, Jane something or other, she's 50-ish. And 51, that's right. She's married this fella who is that mentalist's lad. And they're going to move to Cheshire as well, which sounds brilliant, doesn't it?
They're waiting for the visa so he can come from Saudi Arabia.
Married.
I wonder if they're going to get the visa.
I imagine the wait at the airport, even if they do get the visa, is going to be significant.
Huge, yeah.
If he comes over and lives in Cheshire, he'd be a nightmare neighbour, wouldn't he? If that ball comes over here, I'll put a plane through it. You know what I mean?
It's just a really beautiful love story. I think we shouldn't mock it.
Do you think they're going to remake Shirley Valentine?
You know what I think? This is a TV movie waiting to happen. It's going to be Jane Seymour and Jesse Metcalfe playing those two. Mark my words.
Jesse Metcalfe playing Osama bin Laden's son?
Yes. He's very versatile.
They've seen each other once in the past, like, 15 months or something.
Yeah, but they spend like, loads of time on the phone planning the wedding.
Exactly.
There's a chance that it may soften bin Laden's feelings towards Western values and bring an end to this senseless conflict. Or make it worse.
He's the ultimate embarrassing dad, isn't he? He's like, he says, I think the Twin Towers was bad. Do you want to see him dance?
Does all Northern Soul moves.
Well, it's not one of the top 5 most talked about things this week. Yes, this is the story that a British woman has married the son of Osama bin Laden. Something old, something new, something borrowed, something blew up. When they first met, they knew there was a chemistry between them. It turns out it was a fertiliser bomb. Right, back over to you, Sean, Lisa and Stuart. What else have the nation been talking about this week?
Alistair Campbell's diaries. His political diaries that he's released this week, which have caused a bit of a hoo-ha.
You know what I noticed, because I was reading excerpts, that there's a lot of focus on Tony Blair and his underwear. It almost has like a homoerotic quality. Like I expected to read, Tony Blair shook his hair out and sweat glistened on his naked torso as he stood there in his underwear. You notice that?
He went on a bit about Princess Diana, didn't he? How she really wanted to meet him when they went and had this surreptitious dinner in Hackney.
They went to dinner in Hackney?
Yeah, apparently so.
Yeah, Starburger.
She can be herself there.
They had one of those big bendy sausages. I like the fact that Gordon Brown, they said, are you going to read them? He goes, no, I'm not going to read them because I'm too busy running the country.
Yeah.
Like it's a train set, you know. I'm driving the country, look. Beep, beep.
Well, you know, at least you guys have somebody who pretends to run the country. We have somebody who pretends to run a train set.
Excellent.
Well, let's have a look and see whether Alistair Campbell is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, indeed it is. Yes, Alistair Campbell's diaries hit the shops this week. His book is said to be a bit like the Bridget Jones Diary. Units of alcohol, 3. Lies told, 412. War started, 2. Alistair Campbell now devotes much of his time and energy to raising money for leukemia research. Still, on balance, total Jason, what else?
Tour de France?
What have they been saying?
Does nobody notice that it's the Tour de France, but it started in England?
Yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
I mean...
He's right, you know.
There's
been a terrible cock-up.
I saw this thing that said that the riders have to eat 10,000 calories a day for the high bits.
I'm on that diet now. I might enter
How
next
do you
year.
do that? If you're on a bike all the day, how do you get the time to...
That's why they have those baguettes, don't they?
I was in southern France when the Tour de France was on once, and people turn out in all the villages and get really excited and wave and everything. And in London, the main thing seems to have been that it's disrupted Meals on Wheels.
Yeah. Do you see on a Saturday, the race, it disrupts us with this, disrupts Meals on Wheels, thinking, they get fed on a Saturday as well? So we're feeding them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday, fend for yourself. They just put some old, you know, when you feed them on a Friday, a couple of extra buns down the chute.
Of course, you lost your job as a carer, didn't you?
Let's have a look and see if the Tour de France is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, indeed it is. Fingers on buzzers. What else have the nation been talking about this week?
Queen. Moody Queen.
Yeah,
Moody Queen.
allegedly.
Yeah.
She's having a photo
She
taken.
stormed off and then...
The BBC have actually now said she didn't storm out.
I don't think she
She
did.
swans off.
The BBC have apologised, saying events were misrepresented.
Well, she had a diamond and ermine crusted robe.
It's heavy.
And the woman said, can you take that off? I need something a bit less dressy. And the Queen went, less dressy? What do you think this is? Yeah. I don't think she rolled her head like that, like...
The Queen's a lot like Charlie in Big Brother, isn't she? When you think about it.
She's not exactly a great dresser, the Queen, to begin with, all right?
Don't
Excuse
come
me.
here.
Don't come. We don't get the whole royalty thing in the States.
Oh, you
We
got
don't-
what,
no, we
Barbara
don't get
Bush?
it. I'm sorry. But she's not royalty. I don't have to walk my ass backwards to her.
Well, I don't have to back into the Queen often. There was one
I don't
time.
have to curtsy. I could walk up to Barbara Bush and say, your son's an idiot, your husband's an asshole, and you're a controlling I could do all of that. I can't do that to the Queen.
No, you can do that to the Queen. We will then behead you.
£280 million a year she gets, which is a lot of money. And I say, if you're taking pictures of her, you'll do what we say, all right? You're getting 280 million quid. If I want you naked with the baby, like that, or scratching your arse in a tennis outfit, you'll do it, Elizabeth.
Oh, wait a minute.
I've never seen her smile.
It's all like, let's all jump on the American.
That's because she's my queen,
Susie.
It's our time
quite
now.
right.
It's like my brother's a bit of a knobhead, but if you said it, I'd be like, that's my brother you're talking about. That's the rules. Although Bush is a twat.
We don't know what she was asked to do by Annie Leibovitz. He may have been saying stuff like, could you just slip your top off, love, or something like that.
Yeah. Well, you imagine she's trying to get the Queen to do that. or like a flake, like that.
First class.
OK, well, let's have a look and see whether the Queen being in a huff is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, this is the story that the Queen became grumpy at a photo shoot when photographer Annie Leibovitz asked her to remove her crown. The last time the Queen was photographed with the crown jewels on her head was when Philip had the camera hidden in the wardrobe. OK, we've got one more thing to get. Fingers on buzzers. What else have the nation been talking about?
I think it's got to be Live Earth, hasn't it? That pointless gig they did last week. And they kept going on about, oh, standby button, and then Genesis come on, and standby button, and you just thought, if you shut up about saving energy, this gig would be over in half the time.
I think that everyone's going, oh, look at this gig, right? It wasted loads and loads of energy, right? But all gigs waste energy. Like a Bon Jovi gig wastes energy.
Yeah.
A West End musical wastes energy, right? But Live Earth was to save the planet.
Absolutely.
And it succeeded. We're still here.
You know what? You know what? I am so sick and tired of hearing what celebrities think about politics and social issues.
A lot of those celebrities that were in that, people are criticising them, going, they just did it for the, publicity, but they're all people that do a lot of secret charity work. Like David Baddiel, for example, did a bit. He sponsors an otter at London Zoo.
Tirelessly as well.
He does,
He sponsors it tirelessly.
It was ruined by hearing you on the radio in the morning just saying you'll always be in love with Diana.
I did. I was at the thing and I got interviewed by Jonathan Ross. And they went, what's the day about? And I went, it's just important we remember Diana.
Totally.
The Diana thing, I think, did more for the environment. And essentially, that was a concert celebrating one less car on the road.
Who's out there for a bad environment? Who wants bad air?
Bush is out there for a bad environment.
Well, but
States
he's not
is
out there saying, let's do a whole telethon for bad environment.
No,
You know what I mean?
The only thing
Crack open the back of your fridges, let's fuck this place up.
Let's have a look and see whether Live Earth is up there. Yes, it is the most discussed thing this week. The Live Earth concert was held at Wembley last week. Live Earth was a huge success. No one watched, so clearly the message of turning off your TV is getting through. Our next round is called Pick of the Polls. Our teams take it in turns to choose a picture and then have to answer a related statistical question. Sean, Lisa and Stuart, you're first. What do you want to go for?
The Queen.
OK, so you're going to go for the Queen there. That's Elizabeth I. This is a one-upmanship question. In a poll to find the historical figure Brits would most like to bring back to life, Elizabeth I came second. Who do you think came top?
When you say bring back, do you mean, like, reanimate them from, like, they dig them up and then get loads of scientists to sort of make some kind of animatronic version of them?
Yeah, no, this is a question about corpse robbing.
Yes. That makes it a lot more interesting, then.
I think, no, it's bringing them back to life as they were in their prime, let's say.
More interestingly, how?
These
Well,
two
I've got
are
it here.
being
When I reveal the
Robin
answer,
Hood.
I will tell you how to bring back your
for
dead
what?
relatives that you missed so terribly back to life. All right, so stay fucking tuned. Got the magic.
Is the historical figure supposed to take back their old job, or are they given a kind of ceremonial role?
That's too many questions.
No, but you see what he means?
Yes.
He needs a reason for it, because if they said, no, well, for science, you might say Marie Curie.
No, all right, it is purely for a laugh.
For fun. Is it Tintin?
He's a famous artist.
Rolf Harris?
Yes.
He's not dead. He's not dead, but let's kill him and bring him back.
Da Vinci.
Da Vinci is it?
Yes.
Good work. Come on.
Yes, the historical figure Brits would most like to bring back to life is Leonardo da Vinci. If I could bring anyone back from the dead, I'd bring back Harry Potter. Sorry, that spoilt it. Jason, Susie and Alan, what do you want to go for?
Bond.
Let's go with Bond.
All right, you've chosen Roger Moore. This is an audience poll question. It was announced this week that a new James Bond novel is to be published. We polled the studio audience and asked them, who would you call in an emergency, James Bond or Andy McNab, the famous SAS nutter?
If you start ringing fictional characters when you're in the shit, you are even further in the shit. Oh, my God, it's all right. Harry Potter will come. It'll be fine.
I say Bond any day. I mean, Bond, he's James Bond.
Alan, you were in Goldeneye, weren't you?
Yeah, I was in Goldeneye. I was in a James Bond film.
So you could technically ring him.
I have his number.
Let's ring him now for a laugh. I'm in trouble. I've not got Andy McNab's number, so I had to ring you.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that there's been several Bonds means there's a chance of any one of them showing.
Yeah.
You don't want one of the old
Roger,
ones.
It could be Sean, it could be...
I'll help you. Fuck off, Lazenby.
The last thing you need in an emergency is a bleeding actor.
How dare you?
Leave it, guys. Leave it.
Just come up and go, so what's the problem here?
Well, that was sort of an impression of Roger Moore, who's not technically an actor. James Bond or Andy McNab, who would they call in an emergency?
Bond.
You think
James Bond.
Right, 68% of the audience would call James Bond in an emergency. Of course, James Bond has a pen that turns into a gun. Andy McNab has a pen that turns into a terrible book. So at the end of that round, Sean, Lisa and Stuart have 3 points. Jason, Susie and Alan have 4 points. The next round is Believe It or Not. In this round, I give the panellists a simple statement. All they have to do is decide whether they think it's true or false. Let's have a look first at a clip to illustrate the statistic.
Dictating is central to Barbara Cartland's routine.
As he came in, seeming to fill the whole place, because he was so handsome, so different to any other men, she knew from the vibrations that came from him towards her that this was something very, very different, so different, that the night with the candlelight dinner and the food she'd chosen with so much care, something wonderful was going to happen. And she was quite certain he was going to say, which she'd longed for so long to hear, I love you. How many words? 7,200. Good. Come on, boys. Walkies.
It was Barbara Cartland there, writing her novel, An Orifice and a Gentle Bum.
I think it's Alistair Campbell in drag.
Here is your related statistic. 43% of men cite making a cup of tea as the most romantic thing they do for their wives. True or false?
I think it's true.
You
I
think
think
it's
men are simple and women are complex, and we love you guys, but we love you in a patronising way, like kind of how you love the village idiot, you know?
Can I stop you?
Yes.
It's patronising.
I do notice here where you've put speech marks around, like making a cup of tea. Like, that's not romantic. That is quite a romantic thing to do. Some women love it, don't they?
Yeah, I can't get enough tea.
Whether it's romantic or not depends on how the tea is served. If the tea is cold and is spat directly into the woman's mouth, that is not romantic.
I don't know.
That's sexy.
Could be hot.
Well, you could give them a cup of tea and, like, put a ring in it, right? And then they drink it like that. They get to the end and go, oh, what's that? And then they start choking, and you give them the Heimlich manoeuvre, and the ring comes out. You've saved their life, and you go, will you marry me? How romantic is that? You've saved their life, made them a cup of tea, and proposed to them, and probably broken a rib.
I proposed to my girlfriend and did the whole thing, you know, on one knee and all that palaver. When I rang me mum, the first thing she said was, is she pregnant?
Is she pregnant?
Yeah, she is, yeah. Why do you think I'm marrying her?
Lisa, what do you think's romantic?
I don't know. I want someone to be quite practical.
Yeah. Well, no, women like a practical man. Like, there's nothing my partner likes better than we both drive out and we go to Digger World. She watches me on a digger being like moving earth, like that. Oh, I'm digging this one for you, baby.
And they say romance isn't dead.
Romance is dead. Men killed it and made women clean it up. 43% of men cite making a cup of tea as the most romantic thing they do for their wives. True or false?
True.
Jason?
Yeah, maybe we should go with that.
Do you reckon true?
Yeah.
I think it's a sad state of affairs if it is true.
True.
I'm going to
true?
overrule
Really
you
sad.
both and say false.
I can tell you it is true. Yes, 43% of men say the most romantic thing they've ever done for their wives is make them a cup of tea. I would make my girlfriend a cup of tea, but I don't know the recipe. So at the end of that round, Sean's team have 4 points, Jason's team have 4 points. It's all level. It's exciting. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here is your first one. Men's dream job.
Blowjob.
It's not what I've got on the card. I mean,
OK.
obviously, it's right.
I think it's superhero, and I think it's the stupidest thing in the world to want, because it ain't never gonna happen.
You say that. X-Men 2.
Amen.
We've got an X-Men on our team. What were your special powers again?
I teleport.
You teleport?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
You tried to kill the president, have you not?
I did. I tried to kill the president.
You should have done that in real life.
I fucking should have. Oh, I better not do that, because the FBI will be after me now. If you say I want to kill the president, the FBI automatically have to come and get you.
Oh, well, hang on. That sounds like the best security for my house you can buy. I want to kill the president. That'll stop kids breaking in, an FBI car outside.
They don't come and stay. They take you away.
Oh, it's rubbish.
I reckon I've got the perfect men's job. I'm a lap dance critic for the Times. Yeah.
I've read those pieces. They're very good. They're informative.
Yeah. So I was at Cheeky's in Brighton, and I was very impressed with Candy. It really does. An excellent show.
It's Cowboy Builder, because it's like 2 wicked jobs in one, isn't it? Yeehaw! I'll have 6 sugars. That'd be brilliant.
Racing driver.
Exactly the right answer.
Never would have thought.
Most desirable location for a holiday home.
Well, I know Alistair Campbell's using his diary money to build a villa up his own arse.
I know this. Germany.
What?
Germany. Everyone wants to live in Germany. It's beautiful. It's got the beaches, it's got the weather.
The beaches, the weather.
Yeah, it's got one beach just outside of Hamburg. It's not really a beach, it's more of a sort of port. Sort of. If you get down off one of the dock things, there's a bit of shingle.
Okay. You should be a travel agent.
Yeah.
Is it Disneyland? Because, like, you can live with all the characters and stuff, like, next door be...
Kind of a holiday
Morning,
home.
Mickey! Morning! I'd just be great.
Where would you like to?
Any place where my mother wouldn't visit. So here.
Will she not visit here?
She doesn't travel.
Well, you can go anywhere then, can't you?
I think New Zealand.
New Zealand, you're very close. New Zealand was second.
Australia.
Australia is it, yeah. Yes, Australia is a great place to buy a holiday home. You can go there for the weekend, spend 6 minutes in the airport cafe, then fly back refreshed and ready for Wednesday. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Sean, Lisa and Stuart have 5 points, Jason, Susie and Alan have 5 points. It's a dead heat. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and for all of you for watching at home, that's it from us. Good night.
Tonight on 8 out of 10 Cats, he's no lady, David Walliam. Pop cultured, Alex Zane. And their team captain, Jason Manford. And facing them tonight, Smells Like Teen Spirit, Peaches Geldof. In the thick of it, Chris Addison. And their team captain, Sean Locke. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr!
Hello and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, if you counted aloud for 24 hours a day, it would take you 31,688 years to reach 1 trillion? I say, leave it. 63% of women buy clothes but never wear them. I'd like to meet those women. And 98% of obese people think society discriminates against them, but they're too fat and lazy to get up and do anything about it. Right, let's get started. Are You Talking About? That's the name of our first round, which this week has a special teenage theme. Today is the last day of term for most schools, so we've teamed up with a leading polling organisation and they've asked British teenagers what they've been discussing. It's our panellists' job to guess the top 5 most popular talking points for teenagers. Jason, David, Alex, what have teenagers been talking about?
I imagine...
exam results.
Exam results.
Are exams getting easier for these young people? This is an issue. In geography tests now, you're allowed to take in a sat-nav.
They need to modernise stuff, that's the problem. Like, look at maths. I do maths, it's always like, Sally's got 3 apples in a basket and all that. You know, they need to make it so it speaks to kids, you know what I mean? So it's like, Jono's got £10 worth of credit left. He needs to download 15 ringtones at 80p each, but he needs to save 40p to One Belly's bitch. You know what I mean?
Our maths book at school was Scottish maths and practice. They never seemed very Scottish. There was no... If I stabbed 2 gadgets, I sat there, like take the fucker to bleed to death.
Jimmy, can I say we've got a teenager with us tonight?
Well, I'm moisturising.
No. Oh. Have you just done your exams?
I did, and I failed tragically, I think.
So have you just done them and now you're waiting for the results?
Yeah, I am. It's sort of like being in sort of a horrible purgatorial state.
It's like Guantanamo Bay, I imagine.
It really is.
Do you think if you fail, you'll be like working in Asda? Just something like that?
I think I would be in Summerfield,
Really?
which is my favourite of the chains, actually.
Well, have you been to Lidl? Lidl is a bargain.
Never been to Lidl. Never actually even heard of Lidl.
It's Eastern European.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Nobody knows quite who runs it or where they get the stuff from.
Yeah.
But it's cheap.
So what do you think you're going to get?
Judging by last year, I got a U in politics. That means unmarkable. Probably,
unmarkable?
Literally unmarkable.
Did you do it in crayon? When I was at school, all the boys used to go and snog and grope Julie Miller in the art closet. And, you know, they don't make teachers like Mrs Miller anymore.
They had strange qualifications in my day. They had this one called a CSE, which basically meant it's like having a sticker saying, I've done some maths.
Well, I would say, Jimmy, British teenagers do very well in pregnancy tests.
You would know a lot about that, David, wouldn't you?
There is this...
Oh, you bitch!
Well, let's see if teenagers have been talking about exam worries. Yes, teenagers are talking about their exam results. Of course, these days it's getting more and more easier to do a pass in English. And ting. Sean, Peaches, Chris, what else have teenagers been talking about?
Sure, Peaches and Chris. That sounds great, like we're in a sort of teen band.
Tell you what, if you were in a teen band, you were definitely the musically talented one, Sean.
I was going to say Big Brother.
My favourites are Sam and Amanda, the twins.
The second one that went in, when you've never seen anything like me before, apart from your identical twin, who just went in.
Would you, though?
Would I? I don't like the idea of disappointing 2 women at the same time.
Carol?
Carol works as a I think, some sort of...
Gargoyle. What I do find is it's great when you get all those characters together, isn't it? You know, it's just a house full of... You know when people say, like, you've got to meet my mate, he's a right character, and they've just got loads of them in the house. It's like there's this sort of national dyslexia where the word character has replaced the word arsehole. And now they go, yeah, my mate, he's a right well, he's an arsehole.
You know, Tracy, she entered the house looking like Bagpuss. And gradually, her hair is a normal colour hair's come out. It's gone a little bit white and a little bit crazy. She's every time she opens her mouth now, I just want her to go, Marty, where we're going, we don't need roads.
I think Charlie's amazing.
You can't beat these outfits, South London.
They were going to make a Charlie talking doll, but there isn't enough string in the world to actually hold.
Oh, God! It was more entertaining if it was just women in the house and that one bloke. Because he was in hell, wasn't he?
They were like the harpies in Jason the Argonauts, those things that fly down, and the man's there and he's blind and they've got food, and he's like...
Jason, I think Alex has got a puncture.
Right.
Well, let's have a look and see whether teenagers are talking about Big Brother. Yes, they are. Yes, it would appear teenagers are loving the Big Brother. You know when they swear on Big Brother in the house and they play the Sound of Birdsong? I've got so used to that when Springwatch is on, I think the badgers are calling Bill Oddie a Jason, what else have teenagers been talking about?
I think Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Because there's a new film out, and there's a book coming out as well.
Of course, the Harry Potter book comes out tonight at midnight.
I was doing a gig up in Edinburgh last year, and there was a kid on the front row, about 8, and so I sort of made sure I wasn't swearing and doing anything particularly rude. And I looked, about 25 minutes in, I noticed he had something under his chair, and he sat on the front row. I said, "What's that under your chair, mate?" And he pulled it out, and it was the Harry Potter book. And I said, "What's that for?" And he went, "Just in case you were shit." Apparently in the book, in the new book, there 2 characters are going to die, and bookies are taking bets on if one of them's going to be Harry Potter. Now, I've been to the bookies. Never once has the bloke in front of me been doing a spread bet on Quidditch.
They give it away in the last book, just for Potter buffs out there.
What do they say?
Well, basically, there's a prophecy which says that Harry and...
Well, no, if it's a prophecy, you've got to say it in, "There's a prophecy." Like you're a blind old man. "There was a prophecy."
Anyway, there's a prophecy that
Don't
says...
do it in the proper voice.
Can I sort of whisper it? Yeah. There was a prophecy that said that if Harry faces Voldemort, both of them must die.
The prophecy.
The thing is, what does Harry Potter die? And I'd like the fact that if all there's 7 books, at the end he dies the last page, just he's got something like a peanut allergy.
Let's have a look and see whether Harry Potter is one of the most talked about things for teenagers. Yes, of course it is. The new Harry Potter book is out at midnight tonight. I've seen a copy and I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but it's for children. Grow up. Sean, Chris, Peaches, what have teenagers been talking about?
Is it the fact that they're going to put drinking up to 21?
Are they actually going to?
I doubt it.
It's just dead easy for kids to get pissed these days because all the drinks taste nice.
Basically, it's the alcohol pops, isn't it? Which is what we used to call my granddad. But...
Are they going to make smoking? You have to be 18 to smoke now.
Yeah, 18 to buy cigarettes.
If you're worried about the health issues of young people smoking, just send them into the garden.
OK, I can tell you drinking and smoking is not in our top 5 most talked about things for teenagers.
Oh, fiddlesticks.
But lots of teenagers are talking about drinking and smoking. At 14, you're not allowed to drink alcohol, but you are allowed to go to the pub on your own. Which begs the question, what would you be doing? Sitting there going, "Yeah, Jack, she doesn't understand me. Another lemonade."
I wish I'd have known that rule when I was 14. That'd have been brilliant. You know, at the end of the day at school, just walking in with the other workmen. Fucking what a day. What a day. I better get home, she'll have me spaghetti hoops on the table.
Fingers on buzzers, what else have teenagers in Britain been talking about?
Is it the potential getting back together of William and Kate? It's sort of the royal family's attempt to get their popularity back amongst young people. So I think if the royal family actually wanted to get any popularity back, they should behave like a proper monarch again. The Queen, you know, leading us into battle. That's when I see the Queen in Iraq on a white stallion going, "Come on, lads,
Wasn't there something about Kate's mother using the word... She was running Buckingham Palace and she used the word toilet instead of lavatory when she said she was going for a dump. And they kind of thought, "You're not posh enough."
And she said to the Queen, "Don't go in there for a bit."
Apparently Woolworths are designing a Will and Kate pick and mix set. I thought that pick and mix reminds me of the royal family in that you never realise how expensive it is until you see it and you go, "Fucking hell! I'm putting Prince Philip back, you can fuck off."
This is the mug that the Woolies have designed. They've got all the stuff ready in case they get engaged.
He looks like he's wearing lipstick. You're wearing eyeliner, you big puff. It's not eyeliner, it's guy-liner.
I'm hardly wearing any makeup. You're wearing quite a lot. You've got quite a lot of eyeliner on as well.
Fuck you. Let's have a look and see if Kate and William are in the teen top 5. Yes, teenagers are talking about the royal romance. Camilla has already given the couple her blessing. Well, she stamped twice. Right, one more thing to get. Fingers on buzzers. What else have teenagers been talking about?
Is it the finer points of European tax legislation?
I'll check for you.
I don't understand teenagers.
MySpace.
MySpace.
Facebook, all those things. It's a way for young people to sort of get to know each other.
Why are you two holding hands?
I'm holding
behind the
his
desk?
hand and he looks uncomfortable.
I'm all right.
It's just friendly. It's just friendly. We're just friends.
That hand has touched Abby Titmus.
Whose hasn't?
But that's the nice thing about MySpace, is that people are asked to be your friends and then you can either accept or deny them. It's that brutal. You just deny them. It'd be fantastic if you could do that in real life. If people just came up to you at a party, having quite a nice conversation with somebody else, just tried to strike up a conversation with you, deny! Deny! That's what you're saying about the Queen. That is just be fantastic.
There's a new one called Second Life.
I did a gig on Second Life, a virtual gig on Second Life, yeah.
You did a gig in another bit of the world? What's going on?
All right, Grandad, don't cry.
Why did you do that? You're not funny in real life, a computer.
I thought it might help.
Computer Jimmy Carr? Even shitter than the real thing. Because at least people laugh at your ugly face. You take that away. Don't go, you hate him. Oh, you're milking it now. Yeah. It's friendly banter.
OK, let's have a look and see if teenagers are talking about the internet. Most talked about thing. Yes, teenagers are talking about the internet. If you go to YouTube, you can see a video of me putting my MySpace onto Facebook. I uploaded onto Facebook the other day, and now I've got to buy a new keyboard. Right, well, at the end of that round, I can tell you that Sean's team have 2 points, Jason's team have 3 points. Our next round is called Pick of the Polls. Our teams choose a picture and then have to answer a question based on a related survey or statistic. Sean?
The dinner lady.
You've chosen the dinner lady. It's a poll with a whole question. 42% of children think dinner ladies what?
Piss in the dinner.
Piss in the dinner?
We had dinner men, I always thought they wanked in it.
Oh, hey, pissing
I really did. I really did. I watched a programme about like Indian restaurants. They all wank into it if they don't like you.
What documentary where they showed Indian men wanking into curries?
They did it.
Here they are, wanking into the chicken korma. Quite salty, yes.
42% of children think dinner ladies what?
They think they've got some kind of special powers.
You're on the right lines. They think it's sort of to do with technology.
They think they're robots.
That's the right answer. Yes, 42% of children think that dinner ladies will be replaced by robots by the year 2020. The dinner ladies at my school were actually very nice, but there was one wine waiter who was a bloody idiot. Jason, Alex, David, what do you want to go for?
I'm very drawn to this old lady.
OK, this picture represents grandmothers, and it's a poll with a whole question. 7% of grandmothers have recently what?
Gotten up early and then fallen asleep on the couch like they do every fucking day.
Sellotaped a pound coin to a birthday card. And then inside written, there you are, buy yourself a CD.
I've recently knocked someone over on one of those motorised carts. There's a whole pimp my thing culture going on with grannies now. Like, they're all paid, they're getting go faster stripes on them.
Those aren't go faster stripes, they're varicose veins. It involves water.
Water skied.
Swum.
Swum, you're devilishly close. It's a special type of swimming.
Drown! 7% of drown! That's a special type of swimming.
A type of swimming.
A type of swimming.
But what a swimming move.
Do you mean a stroke?
Had a float. Had a float.
Can you please stop getting... You're getting so annoyed.
What is it? What is it? What is the answer? What is it? Tell us, 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 tell us the answer! What is it?
I've gone skinny dipping, yes. Yes, that's the answer.
Yes, 7% of grandmothers have recently been skinny dipping. No one gets a point.
I still want the point.
I don't know if you noticed, but David Williams just cheated. So at the end of that round, Sean, Peaches and Chris have 3 points. Jason, David and Alex have 3 points. Neck and neck. The next round is Believe It or Not. In this round, I give the panellists a simple statement. All they have to do is decide whether they think it's true or false. Let's have a look at a clip to illustrate your statistic. This is a Hungarian music video that might just change your mind about war.
Check this. I hope my black brothers feel the same like me. Dre, Snoop, Puff, L, Tupac Shakur, rest in peace. He was the best. My respect. Come on.
Sometimes people make a war, don't know what it's for.
Business.
Sing
Come on, once again. I hate terrorists and I understand you. September 11, I never forget you. Rest in peace. Catch the bad man, stop your plan, be led and temper. Come on, stop the war, that's right.
Sometimes people fight the war, don't know what it's for. Stop the war.
That's right. Come on.
No, I'll be fine. Just got something in my eye.
Business.
Here's your related statistical question. If they were granted one wish, only 7% of Brits say they would wish for world peace. Is that true or false?
I think people know that world peace is unrealistic. It was an idea in the 60s, they had an idea, there'd be a chance of world peace. Yoko Ono, she sent all the world leaders an acorn. She said, rather than fight wars, why don't you plant this acorn and watch it grow? And I just think it's a shame, just before she licked the envelope, she didn't ask anyone whether it's a good idea. Biggest waste of stamps and acorns in history. Not that there's any other competitor in that sort of particular field.
Whenever someone goes, do you want one wish? You go, yeah, 3 more wishes. It's the classic thing, that's how you outwit the genie.
There is a rule where you go, you can't wish for any more wishes. It's like an ombudsman of genies. And they go, you can't do that, you can't do that. And like, for example, who do you complain to when you say, oh, I wish for a knob that can touch the floor and he takes your legs away. You know what I mean? The genie ombudsman, that's where you go.
Peaches, what would you wish for?
Unlimited amounts of money.
What do you wish for, David?
I'd like to meet Mr. Kipling. Befriend him. Because is he real or not? There must have been a Mr. Kipling at some point.
Actually, can I change my wish and say I'd like to meet the banker from Deal or No Deal?
No, you can't. You've already had it now. Can't change it.
Can't change it. You're stuck with unlimited money.
Yeah. Most of the people who believe in world peace get assassinated. Martin Luther King, Gandhi, Elvis.
Bono.
Yeah.
Go on, so you're saying it's...
True.
True. You're saying true. Only 7% of people would want world peace. OK, true. What do you think?
We're going for true also.
You're going for true? OK, so you're both going for true? Well, I can tell you that the answer is false. Encouragingly, 22% of Brits would wish for world peace. Nice. It's a nice thing. I think we should put aside our differences and concentrate on what we all have in common. We all love to fight. So at the end of that round, it's 3 points for Sean's team and 3 points for Jason's team. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here is your first one. Top thing that makes women cry.
Is it mentioning at dinner that they have a little crumb in their moustache?
Is it sexist old men?
What, love?
Is it sexist old men?
Is it coming home to find you dressed in their wedding dress with makeup on?
It's interesting that, though, isn't it? If a woman comes home and catches a man wearing her clothes, they have to have, like, counselling and meeting. Woman's wearing your clothes, it's fine. It's a laugh.
I know. Equal clothing rights is what we need, isn't it, Sean? So we can dress the way that we want.
Yeah.
Society doesn't judge us.
Yeah.
Give us a clue, Jimmy Carr.
Oh, well, yeah, it's something that Kate Moss has just gone through.
A gram.
Oh, splitting up.
That's the right answer, yeah. Yes, the top thing that makes women cry is a relationship breakup. David Walliams has got breaking up down to a fine art. These days, he can do it in about 10 minutes, and that includes meeting them and fucking them. It's adorable.
Oh, I don't.
No, you don't.
You've got me all wrong. I'm gay.
Finally.
Next question. Most desirable talent.
Is it to have the speed and agility to turn the shower on without getting your arm wet?
Why are you worried about getting the arm wet when you're getting in the shower?
Oh, you bastard! Doop-de-doo.
I imagine it's undesirable talents. Like, you know, if you're really good at a sport, but there's no money in it. Like, if you're really good at archery, you're like the Federer of archery, 5-time world champion, but you're still living in a caravan.
Is it dad reversing? When your dad reversed, like, hand over the passenger seat, like that. In the back, heads down, lads, head down. Legend.
I'll give you a clue. The Bank of England does it.
Print money.
Print your own money.
Bank of England does it, and then...
Yeah, that's the clue. I can tell you the answer. That's a different thing.
I don't want to get vicious again, because I can get vicious with you.
Whoa,
Tell us
whoa.
the answer and then you...
Tell us it 5, 4,
No.
3, 2, 1.
All right, I'll tell you. Jesus Christ. No, you haven't got any fucking questions right this evening. You've got to get one right. Sit down. White trousers, though. I mean... OK, so it's something that the Bank of England does. What does the Bank of England do?
Prints money.
It doesn't just print it. Another way of saying that. The ability to...
Is it make money?
Yes, it is, Chris. Yes, the most desirable talent is being able to make money. You can't take it with you, unless, of course, you've got a wallet or a pocket. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Sean, Peaches and Chris have 4 points, Jason, David and Alex have 4 points. It's a dead heat. Everyone's a winner. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. See you in a few weeks for our Big Brother special. Good night.
It's 10 o'clock on the 8 out of 10 Cats Big Brother special. Joining the show tonight, Big Brother's biggest mouth, Charlie. School's out, it's Danny Wallace. And their big brother, Jason Manford. And facing them tonight, Greek god Jerry. It's not Gavin, it's not Stacey, it's James Corden. And their big brother, Sean Locke. The extra special guests, Tracy, Shabnam, Billy, Eugene, Leah and Nikki. And here's your host, Jimmy Carr.
Hello and welcome to the 8 out of 10 Cats Big Brother special, a show about opinion polls, surveys, statistics and, of course, Big Brother. Did you know, for example, Big Brother 8 started back in May. The housemates have been in there so long, they think the Prime Minister is still Tony Blair, except Brian, who thinks it's Dumbledore. There have been 24 housemates this year. If you can name them all, congratulations, you're the editor of Heat magazine. Sadly, Shanessa couldn't be on the show this evening, because we didn't ask her. I don't like to think of there being winners and losers in the Big Brother house. To me, they're all losers. Let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. We've teamed up with a leading polling organisation and they've asked the British nation what stories they found the most memorable in this year's Big Brother. We're looking for the top 3 most popular Big Brother talking points. Jason's team.
Well, I reckon early doors was the interesting bit, when it was the all-female house.
Let's have a look at women going to the house for that first time.
What is going on here? Is no one noticing something? There's no guys coming.
Yeah, we'll just become lesbians and have a good time and all the guys will be after us after. Yeah, I'm glad you're up for it, here.
I like Laura there, Laura in the house there. Everyone described her as bubbly. That's just because she eats too many arrows.
It was actually the Charlie Show, and we all know it. I mean, I'm not being funny. Friday, I'm going to go there.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, well, okay. Friday night, I'm probably going to go back on that stage for the big grand finale, you know, and stuff like that. And it's going to be like, boo, when I go on. And I'm going to blow them all kisses. Do you know what I'm going to say? I'm not being funny, right? Oh, God, I've said it again, ain't I?
Literally, you haven't got anywhere near a punchline. You've been talking for quite a while. Yeah. Try and punch up a little bit.
I lost a bit of... I'm not being funny. Everyone was entertained, but...
Sorry, don't worry about not being funny. We'll just edit that out, but... James, any thoughts on the all-female house?
It didn't work out the way I wanted it to. I've got to be honest. Shabnam made it quite clear. They didn't need men. We can just all... and nothing. There was nothing. And I watched that live streaming for weeks. Nothing.
I went in the second week and they were waiting for men and they got 2 gay guys.
Are you gay?
Yes, I
am. What? You're telling me now?
Well, I can tell you that the all-female house was not one of the most talked about things in Big Brother this year. Initially, 11 women went into the house, and then Ziggy joined them, making a total of 12 twats. OK, Sean, most talked about thing in Big Brother this year. What do you think?
Oh, where do I start? So many great moments. Anything you want to particularly choose?
Brian's brain. Don't you think Brian's brain is the big thing? Everybody's speculating if Brian did know or did not know Shakespeare. I have to admit, he did not have any clue who Shakespeare is.
Can I just confirm that Shakespeare and Shakespeare, they're very different things. Shakespeare is what I have in my pants. Yeah. Shakespeare's a writer. It's a different thing. I've got a clip that will demonstrate this.
Which one of the following is not a play by William Shakespeare?
What?
Romeo and Juliet, or Babe, Pig in the City?
I love Babe, Pig in the City. Well, I don't even know this geezer is supposed to have directed and written all these things. And if he wrote Romeo and Juliet, that's supposed to be like a proper, like, arty-farty film with, like, Leonardo DiCaprio in, and they all speak like they're pissed and stuff.
Brian, can you confirm your final answer?
Yeah, Babe, Pig in the City, what a vote that.
Isn't the thing about these people being stupid, it's like a competition every year, somebody get thicker and thicker. I mean, next year there will literally be someone going, oh! Give them an ice cream, and go, oh!
No, that's this year. That is Brian. Let's have a look and see if Brian is up there. Yes, this year, little did Brian know. That's it. He knew very little. He's not the sharpest tool in the box. In fact, he's not even as sharp as the box. Brian is a data entry clerk from Basildon, so if you live in Basildon and you've been getting someone else's post, you now know why. OK, fingers on buzzers. What else were people talking about?
Oh, is this when I say who we think we're next talking about?
Yeah. Yes. So what do you think people have been talking about in the Big Brother house this year?
Oh, I like to say me, probably, but I'm not going to say me.
No,
I better not, because I don't want to be... Well, I probably will be.
You don't want to be egotistic. You don't want to big up yourself.
No, Charlie, say you. If you think it's all about you, say, girl. I'm not being funny, Charlie, but you are South London it girl. No one can even touch you. Look at your outfit. I can't even compete. What have I got on? Oh, my God. Nothing. It's just like a suit. I can't even compete with that.
Babe, I love that suit. Anyway, guys, back to me, right?
Yeah, what would they be saying about you, though? What do you think people were saying about
Bring
you?
her back in, the most argumentative, most talented, and most... What the hell? Everything.
Should we have a look at Charlie in action?
Yes.
I said anyone who says I don't wash up is an arsehole. What part of that didn't you hear?
Psycho.
Plain a fucking Jane. Look over little... Oh, no, let me out. Posh wife, and she said she's a compliment. She must think the fucking ugly little
Don't
fraggle.
be jealous, Charlie. It's not a nice sign.
Oh, never. Fucking posh boy, she fucking weird. Fucking ugly bitch.
There is a family who'll sit down at Christmas, they go, let's watch some videos of our holiday. Let's put that on, that'll be nice. Do you remember when she was going... You're like a cross between a wasp and a pit bull.
I read that you were an IT girl, and how'd you get a DOS prompt on Windows 98? I don't know how to do it.
Do you mean computers?
Yeah, on the computer.
I don't know about that. All I know about is MySpace.
I think the IT it girl joke has been lost.
Gone.
Oh my God, IT! Oh, you're taking the piss, right?
Yeah.
No, Charlie.
You will need to know that for your interview next week at PC World.
Well, let's have a look and see if Charlie's up there. Yes, indeed, the most talked about thing this year. On entering the house, Charlie had her dental floss confiscated, which was annoying, as she didn't have anything else to wear. Charlie was the bookie's favourite because she's the one that most resembles a horse. A beautiful horse.
Yeah, Black Widow or something like that.
Black Beauty, I think, would be the one you got. OK, what else have people been talking about in Big Brother this year?
Ziggy and Chanel. I imagine that was quite a big talking point.
Chanel and Ziggy. Shanarsole is the term. Should we have a look at some of the best bits of Chanel and Ziggy? Let's have a look.
The reason why I want to fucking leave is because of you, you fucking wanker.
So that's my problem.
You treat me like fucking bollocks.
How have I treated you like
You
shit?
fucking stupid.
How have I treated
you
like
treat me like fucking shit.
I haven't. I haven't.
I need to go. I asked yesterday. I fucking did before.
I think I've made quite a few mistakes on here. I think I made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, and one of my biggest ones was fucking you.
That was the case for domestic abuse.
Are you still planning on stealing Ziggy? That's what I heard.
I don't think so.
Ziggy has lovely highlights, and to defend him, because on every newspaper they talk about his size, he's actually quite a good average size.
When you say all the newspapers have been talking about his size, the FT barely mentioned it.
Really?
He's got a face like he's had a look inside a Hoover, and it's come on, like at the wrong point. That's what he looks like.
Tracy, you didn't think the relationship was for real, did you? Do you think it is now?
No, it's proper wrong.
It's proper wrong.
Done her head in. She's 19. Done her head in.
Did you see her go back into the house?
Was she delivering pizzas already?
She's not thick, you know. You've got them girls that are dead innocent and they don't know much about boys and stuff. She's had plenty of relationships. She knows what she's doing.
Can I just clarify, are you being funny there?
Right, you're not being funny.
I can't wait to buy all like the tea towels with. I'm not being funny, right? Mugs and stuff like that.
Oh, actually, I'm getting a doll made, and it goes, "I'm a South East London it girl, not being funny, right? I'm loving it."
They're doing a doll of you.
Yeah.
Just one.
No,
and then they're going to burn it.
Is it more of a...
Let's have a look and see if it's up there. Yes, it is. Yes, Ziggy and Chanel had an on-off relationship. Will they, won't they, who cares, no one? Chanel couldn't be here tonight because she wouldn't be in the same room as Charlie, unlike most celebrities who love Charlie.
Excuse me, I'm not being funny, but since I've been out...
Are you not being funny? Sorry, can I just... Let's just get some clarification. Are you being funny or not in this bit?
Can I say something? Since I've been out, I've been meeting loads of celebrities. And do you know what? Oh my God, my phone's full with like R. Kelly, all of their names in my phone book.
R. Kelly. Yeah. Isn't R. Kelly on charges this week for pissing on a 14-year-old girl?
Yeah.
At the end of that round, Jason's team have 1 point, Sean's team have 2 points. Exciting. The next round is called the poll with a hole. Each statistic is missing one salient piece of information. It's up to our panellists to fill in the gaps. Sean, James and Jerry, you ought to go first. 13% of viewers would like to see Big Brother impose a ban on what?
Cameras. And they're just all in there. They think they're being filmed and they're not. And every time there's a camera, they look at it, you just squirt some water at it like a fountain. I think it's very unfair, the twins, because most people are on their own, aren't they? And they've got an instant sort of familiar face. Well, the same face. It seems slightly unfair, that they've got that support there. So, because you're obviously all a bit mad, aren't you, from being in there?
Some of them were mad before they went in, I'll tell you.
Yeah. Some of them were.
No.
With me?
No,
oh, no, I was normal. I did get hit on the head with a frying pan before I went in there.
Was it a random attack on a moped? or
It was a professional hit, straight on the head. The
professional hit.
Professional hit.
See, I'm good at this, aren't I? Yeah.
Can I just, on behalf of everyone, I don't know who hit you with a pan, but just thank you. I'll give you a clue. Shabnam is covered in it.
Makeup.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes, 13% of viewers would like to impose a ban on makeup in the house. Shabnam wears a lot of makeup. What she doesn't realise is it's what's inside that counts. Her dreadful personality. Jason, Danny, Charlie, 31% of Brits say that Jerry reminds them of what?
A kind of Tesco value George Michael.
Is the right answer.
Yeah.
I'm honoured. That's an honour, guy.
Yes, 31% of Brits say that Jerry reminds them of George Michael. That's fair enough. He's Greek, you're in a park, it's dark. There is, of course, currently a state of emergency in Greece. They're worried Jerry will go back. OK, 20% of Brits think Charlie should what?
Only communicate by post.
Tell more Kieran Richardson stories. There's not enough of them.
Yeah, I agree, baby.
I want to know more about the Manchester United number 33.
Is he single?
Me.
Oh, actually, I'm going on a date. Sorry, I forgot.
Oh, right, damn. Shit.
Who are you going on a date with?
I'm not telling you I'm going on a date if it's a secret. You'll probably read about it, like, in 2 days in the paper, because on my life, I go to a restaurant and, like, they're there and stuff like that, and I'm...
No, well, you may laugh, but the other day she got a free Big Mac.
When?
Huh?
How did you know I was in McDonald's the other day, anyway?
Oh, my God. It's amazing.
Just a wild stab in the dark. OK, so I'll give you a clue. It's to do with the amount that she speaks.
Stitch her lips together.
She should stop being funny.
She'll get her own show.
Correct.
Fuck off!
The answer is 20% of Brits think Charlie should have her own talk show. No, hey, think about it. It could be a game show where you get a prize if you get a word in edgeways. So at the end of that round, it's 4 points for Sean, James and Jerry, 3 points for Jason, Danny and Charlie. Our next round is Face Off. We've got 6 well-known Big Brother contestants here in the studio. We asked the public which of these housemates would you most want to perform brain surgery on you?
Eugene will be a brilliant brain surgeon. I have faith in you.
Yeah, he won't be able to fix your brain, but he'll be able to make you tune into Magic FM.
Why would anyone want brain surgery? I don't get it.
Why would anyone want brain surgery?
It's more that you need it than you want it. It's very rare, vanity thing.
Yeah, very rare that anyone gets a cosmetic lobotomy. Although you may be the first. I think you could be significantly more attractive without the frontal lobe.
How much does it cost to get that?
How much does it cost? I'll pay for it. I'll tell you who's a real candidate for brain surgery. Let's have a look at him in action.
Brian, say as many different words which have the same meaning as female.
OK, female. Lady, woman, vagina, vagina person, breasts, legs, and tits, fanny, McHotties, McFitties, wound people who have wounds, and they have great big jolongas, oogada boogada, oi oi, and...
That's amazing.
Can I just apologise to any vaginas that were watching and are offended by that? I didn't mean any respect to you or your oogady boogadys. You might be a womb person, you might be watching that thinking it's misogynistic, but, you know, you're probably a McFitty, so don't worry about it.
I love the womb people. It just sounds like the cheapest Doctor Who baddies ever.
Which of those do you want doing brain surgery on you?
Eugene looks like he might collect brains. And also the skins of ex-girlfriends.
He's never had a girlfriend.
It's got to be Eugene, surely.
You're going Eugene, OK?
Yeah, Eugene.
OK, you're going Eugene. Who do you want to go?
You've got to go Eugene, there's no one else.
I can tell you that the housemate you would most want to perform brain surgery on you is indeed Eugene. What kind of a state is the NHS in when Eugene is performing brain surgery? Is John Tickle not available? We asked the public which one of these housemates would make the best pub landlord. Who do you think?
Tracy. Pint of beer, have it. Sketchy. Pint of cider, have it. What's the food like? Sketchy.
I could see Billy behind the bar in about a month.
Which of these housemates would make the best pub landlord?
I think any of them, as long as we could get Kinga to bottle up. That'd be a bit of a laugh, wouldn't it?
You're going to go with...
Leah.
You're going to go Leah?
Yes.
Tracy.
Yeah, oh, I'm the captain here. Whoa.
Sorry.
I think Tracy.
I can tell you the answer is Leah.
Yeah.
There are two enormous reasons why I'd go to Leah's pub. Good food, great atmosphere. That's right, she's named her tits. Which of these housemates' diaries you would most like to read? Who do you think got the most votes?
I don't think anyone's diary I'd like to read. I'd rather actually lose my glasses.
Whose diary would you like to
I
read?
think Leah's. Because I'm interested in, like, the Second World War and stuff, so I think it'd be nice to get, like, a...
First World War. First.
Leah's would be good, though, because it'd be kind of like sink was blocked, plumber came round, negligee fell open, there's some soft guitar music, I fainted, 2 ambulance men came round.
Jason, what do you think? What are you going to go for? Which housemate's diary would you most like to read?
You know a good autobiography when it's got a good title like Columbo, Peter Fawkes, is called Just One More Thing, which is genius, right?
Yeah.
So Nikki should just be called Who Is She? And it'd be more of a colouring book than an actual autobiography, wouldn't it?
You're going to go for Nikki then, are you?
Yeah, because Leah's I've read in Deirdre's photo casebook, so...
OK, so who are you going to go for? Whose diary do you think?
What do you want to go for?
I don't know.
James?
Well, I'd have said Nikki too, but I imagine that's the answer.
You think Nikki?
Yeah.
The housemate whose diary the public would most like to read is Nikki. Points for both teams. So at the end of that round, it's 5 points for Jason's team and 7 points for Sean's team. And the winner is the name of our final round. Here is your first one. Celebrity the public would most like to see in the Big Brother house.
Is it Marcus Bentley, the Geordie bloke who does the voiceover? Because he'd be a laugh, wouldn't he, just walking around, like, oh, I'm going to make some toast. Like, Marmite or jam, I decide. Like, be
I would just genuinely love to see how long it would take Charlie to get into an argument with Gandhi.
Who's Gandhi?
Brilliant.
You say you go to China White, but you've never met Gandhi.
Gandhi, he's like the hottest rapper ever.
Do you want to be a baller? Baller? Who'll be dipping in a pen? You know Gandhi.
Is he hot?
Yes!
Is he single?
He is fucking slamming, man.
Can you hook it up?
He's single, man.
But he's a player.
Oh, excuse me. Look at me, I'm a playaholic, baby.
I'll tell you who I would love to have seen in Big Brother this year.
Yeah.
Billy. I'll tell you what happened, Billy. I went to make a cup of tea and I came back and you were gone.
Is it Mr. T?
It is Mr. T.
Oh!
It's genuinely Mr. T.
He's everybody's favourite, isn't he, Mr. T? I've got him doing the voice on my sat-nav, which I've had for 6 months and it never gets boring. Turn left, sucker! It's just all the time. He's brilliant. He won't go to the airport. I think there's a little bug in it or something.
Most entertaining housemate ever.
Is Nikki. It has to be you, Nikki, because you were crying so much for a long time and you were screaming. It's so sweet.
She didn't cry
That is the
all the
correct
time.
answer.
Wow!
Yes, the most entertaining housemate ever on Big Brother is Nikki. Let's have a look at her in action.
I'm not fucking going there! I can't get my MP3 player to work! Oh, it's working! My ulcer's got so bad, it's not the tooth that's hurting now, it's the actual ulcer. It's that! Where my tooth is going down! I made a hole in my teeth! Who is she? Who is she? Who is she?
That's you.
Every time I see Nikki on screen, I can't help thinking, wouldn't she make a brilliant girlfriend? Nikki, no offence, but you make the Fourth Bridge look low maintenance. A lot of people blame Nikki's upbringing, but she was raised by Satan, and he did the best he could. Nikki, you're a drama queen.
Yeah, but I wasn't raised by Satan.
Well, how do you explain it, then?
Well, I'm just a little bit eccentric. Sorry, Sean, is there a problem?
No problem at all. I just imagining some little crosshairs on there. It's like one of those jobs the sniper says, you put your money away. This one's on the house, mate.
Well, that sound tells me that it's the end of the round and the end of the show, which means the final scores are Jason's team have 6 points, Sean's team are the winners with 8 points. Well done. Well, thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.